The important point which I want you to understand is that terrorism in India, whether in Punjab, whether in Kashmir, you have one common link, and that is it was Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. The Northeast is a different issue. You have various players over there. But terrorism has emanated from our neighboring country, and they have patronized them, they have trained terrorists. Punjab now is peaceful, but terrorism continues by Pakistan, because Pakistan is the epicenter of takfirism. And there is no difference of ideology between the terrorist groups in Pakistan and Daesh and in Al-Qaeda. They believe in fact, they believe that they have a religious sanction, which is completely wrong. Islam does not allow killing of any person. And that, unfortunately, that is their ideology which they have been promoting, perpetrating. The terrorist groups like LET, Jaish-e-Mohammed in Pakistan, they are from Pakistan, but ideologically they are very close to Daesh and Al-Qaeda. In fact, LET was also collaborating and helping Al-Qaeda. So the lessons we have learned is that there should be no tolerance to terrorism. Anyone who picks up arms is a terrorist. We will not allow any space to be given to any terrorist. And that is why we have come here to request the Algerian political leadership to help India in bringing back Pakistan in the FATF grey list, because Algeria is a member of FATF. The countries which we have gone, whether it is Bahrain, Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, the whole Middle East and North Africa, this has been a request that unless and until we bring Pakistan back in grey list, because you see, terrorism survives on one ideology, second is money. So you have to counter them on these 2 points. Ideology, you know very well, you have seen the Black Decade, even South Algeria you still have some problems. So, on that point we are together, and I think so if Algeria and India work more together, and of course there is always, we are human beings, we have to learn lessons. It's not that you know everything, I know everything. So of course India will definitely, our leadership will share your experiences. But at the end of the day, unless until you tackle them on ideology and the financial part, once you bring Pakistan back in grey list, we will definitely see decrease of terrorism in India. We will definitely see killings coming down, because the experience of 2018, wherein Algeria and other countries have helped India. For example, let me quote you what I am saying to corroborate what I have said. We had our Mumbai, which we call famously 26/11. Our Indian investigators went to Pakistan, gave them DNA samples, and because of this brave sacrifice of the Mumbai police, we could catch alive one terrorist called Ajmal Kasab. The arms which he was carrying, the bullets which he had, the grenades which we had all the Pakistan markings over it. So our investigators went to Pakistan, gave evidence of whatever they wanted, gave them recorded statements of witnesses. But you know what happened? Pakistan didn't went ahead. And in fact, there was this one terrorist called Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi. No country in the world will allow a terrorist who's facing a terror charge. He gave birth to a son by sitting in a prison. So when Pakistan was put in grey list, immediately the trial progressed. There was one mastermind of 26/11 called Sajid Mir. He was the main brain behind of telling David Headley to change his name from Dawood to David Headley. Pakistan was denying the Indian investigators that no, Sajid Mir is dead. There was an important meeting in Germany. Pakistan came forward and said, yes, Sajid Mir is alive. So dead people become alive in Pakistan only because of FATF grey list. So if we bring back Pakistan in FATF grey list, we would request you, your leadership, to please help us in saving lives, humanity, because if this terrorism, it increases in the form of ideology, in the form of finance, which they get from illegal sources, this is a grave threat to humanity. And Pakistan believes in destabilizing in India. You see, it's not only a question of South Asia. When we are the fourth largest economy, what will happen? Do you want all these carnage to spread to different parts of South Asia? No. So it is in the interest of world peace and to control Pakistan, which is the main sponsor of terrorism, it has to be brought back in the FATF grey list. And also, Algeria is a contributor to UN counter-terrorism initiatives. And it is promoting guidelines on terror finance. So we hope that we have a common enemy in form of terrorism, in form of ideology. And that is why our government has sent us to your great nation to please put forward these viewpoints. And I'm sure that, when the time comes, your leadership would rise to the occasion and bring back Pakistan and FATF. And also, we have seen that India has been a great supporter of Algeria, and we continue to support Algeria. Bilateral trade is good. But the important point which all of us have come, despite being from different political backgrounds, despite being completely opposed to each other in India, we have come here to put forward our viewpoint so that the Algerian political leadership would appreciate, understand, and help India in bringing Pakistan back in FATF grey list. Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The $1 million question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.